Hey everyone, welcome back. So today's, once I get my video figured out here, tutorial is a two-parter, and it is for fall themed. It's going to be pretty cool. If you've already seen the finished piece, then you know what we're getting into. This is the watercolor part. Now I've got a template for you down in the attachments. Just click on it, you can download it. It's just very simple, almost childlike templates that I did for you for the fall leaves. There's one of them. I cut off the leaf or the stem part because I don't need that for any reason. So I'm going to, first part is make sure you have your watercolors. I have mine. I've got yellow, red, I've got a green and a brown, and I also have like, it's called Moonlight, but it's like this weird, like, neutral, dark gray, purplish color that I use occasionally for no real reason. Anyway, so those are the colors I have picked out, and I've got lots of water and stuff over there, a brush. First though, I'm going to take a template, and we're going to trace it onto our paper. I'm going to turn mine over because it's like curling. Now I just want this leaf. I didn't want the others, but I didn't want to limit you guys as to what you can do. So I just made you all three of them. And of course, if you don't like them, draw your own. It's not hard. Go find a leaf pattern that you do like. Nobody's gonna nobody's gonna come after you for using a outline of leaf. So if you don't like mine, I tried to make it easy for you. Go get one that you do like. There we go. Simple leaf outline. That's all we need. And I'm gonna do it again and again and again all over here. But first, we're going to talk about the different ways to use watercolor. There's a couple of different techniques. The first is called wet in wet. I'm sure if you've ever listened to some of the tutorials or seen some, you know kind of what that means. And basically means you wet down the paper first, and then you use the wet paint into it, and it kind of goes happy, all free, lucky in there. And goes a little wild, and that's kind of what I want to do. So I'm taking my brush, it's just loaded with water, and I'm just going to go in here and dampen the paper. One of the things that I do like about wet in wet is that once you put the water down, the color will stay inside the water. Excuse me for the pet hair. It won't go onto the dry paper by itself. So I'm using Strathmore watercolor paper. It is hot press, pre-cut watercolor paper that I like to use for little projects. I don't use it for any of my big stuff yet because I'm still new to this paper and need to get a better handle on it before I do any of my bigger projects, like professional wise and whatnot. So just following the edge and then kind of filling in the middle. And you can go in and you can always add more water and make the colors do what you want them to and whatnot. Super easy to do. Okay, now that we've got this basically at least damp, that's all we really need at this point. I'm gonna get some yellow. I kind of want that in like Sorry, my cat's doing something weird underneath me. Kind of want this in like the middle-ish section. And gonna get it a little bit wetter over here. Make sure I got the edges of that leaf. And get some of the reds. And just, it's all gonna mix together and look really, really muddled, which is kind of what we want, so. Because, I mean, all this is just for the background. We want that phenomenal looking background. So, I want to grab some of the brown and put it in here with the red. So I get this, like, really nice warm brown. I'm only being careful around the edges because I do want it to stay inside this, but that's about it. Some more of the red in there. Boop. Like that. Some like yellow. Some of the red. Turns it into orange. And then oop, grabbed a little green on there somehow. That's totally fine. Green and red together make brown, so you're totally cool. Don't worry if they mix up or anything like that. It's kind of what they're supposed to do right now. Extra yellow over here. And then maybe get some more of this brown and put it with the red. Give it a little bit more color here, here. Spread that out. And just like that, we're done with the quote-unquote base that I kind of want. Now, if you want to add some like veins and stuff like that, I'm going to let this dry first and then go back and do it very, very lightly with whatever color you want. You could add some like greens in there if you wanted to or whatnot. So I'm going to do another one over here and then we'll go back and I'll show you what I'm going to do over there, okay? Okay, so got this one done nice and wet. Really used a lot of water. I wanted it to, these colors to really mesh and do their thing. This one is comparatively dry, at least here in the middle where we really want it to be. So we can go back in and do what we want over here. It doesn't have to be like super dry or anything because it can still be super fuzzy and that's totally fine. What I'm gonna do is take a little bit of the green and add a little bit of the brown to it. Little bit. And then I'm going to do some of the veining. So I want to go from here to here. Just like that. That's way too much green. Or way more green than I wanted. Oh well. Just go over it with a little bit of water. And a little bit of the brown. That's totally fine. We want it, I don't want it to be like super stark, so. Put some brown in there, kind of help it do things. Alright, let's see. And then I'm looking at my little veining thing over there. That's almost, sorry about that. That's almost too light. Add some brown to that. And then just do the same. I want a couple others. This one's gonna come this way. And then trying to get the right brown and green mix over here that I want. This one's gonna come this way. That one's gonna come this way. So I just want some veins. I don't want like to vein out everything. You totally could, like if that's what you want to do and you want to like go crazy with your veins and get them going all over, you absolutely go for that. That's just not the look that I want, so it's not what I'm gonna do. One right there. I think that's about good. That's all I really want. It's just like, you know, sort of the feeling of it. Nah, I mean. And then this one is definitely not nearly as dry yet. You can definitely still see the sheen of wet watercolor. But I'm going to do it anyway because it's just what I'm going to do. So. Going really lightly with it. A little bit of green. I don't know that I really want green over here, but that's okay. And I mean, these are really easy leaves to do. Obviously, doesn't take a lot to do them, so have fun with it. Please note that on the templates, I did not put my name or anything like that. Use those for anything you like. I don't care. Nobody will. So, I mean, they're just leaves. So, if you want to use that for coloring or for a template for anything else, go for it. Okay? Now, here's the fun part. As each of these leaves dry, I'm going to be putting more leaves down and doing it over again and over again and over again. I'll be doing a little bit less water with them as soon as I go on top of these because I don't want these to lift up. So I'm going to let them dry completely and then I'm going to do some more leaves on top of them. So that's what you'll be seeing. And we're going to put in fast forward for you because I don't want you to have to sit here and wait with me for them to dry. So, but I can get one over there, I'm pretty sure, without hitting these other ones. So that's what we're going to do. It'll sort of hit them, but that's okay. So that's what we're going to do.